What's up, everybody? It's your boy Marquevion, and welcome for an amazing episode of the Marquevion Show. Now, this is going to be the first segment that you guys will ever see, which will be Marquevion Talks, which is basically where I recap a very prominent point in my life, and I just kind of share it with you guys. These topics usually are pretty sensitive, but they're really impactful, and that's what shapes who Marquevion is. Although that name didn't come until recently, but who cares? So today I have my brother, my big brother. He's the third oldest. And yeah, he can introduce himself.
What's good, man? My name is Jay. You can follow me at Instagram, CRPay. Now, I'm the third oldest now. I done a lot of things with my little brother, man. We done a lot of things I didn't even expect that we'll be doing. But yeah, man, he just brought me here, and I'm gonna be sitting here validating what's going on, just letting y'all know. Like,
all right, let's just get to it. All right, so this is a great topic, y'all. This is the best you'll ever get. I'm gonna tell you guys about the actual day when we all got kicked out of the house. I was 17 years old. I was in 11th grade. We got kicked out of my grandmother's house. Meanwhile, you suck, but it's cool. Bro, so I'll take you guys back to the day. It was October 15th, I believe. And this was the day that we were actually going to tour the Alabama State University. So, you know, 11th grade, 12th grade, he's a senior. This is around you start thinking about college and everything. So we're going on a tour. Now, give you a little background. So in the summertime, I was working at Six Flags, working hard, earning my money. I wanted an iPhone. Never had an iPhone. None of us ever had an iPhone because she always felt like, she as in me, my grandma, always felt like it was too expensive. So once we start making our own money, you know, you feel like you can purchase your own things. So in that summer, I bought myself an iPhone. I didn't ask nobody for nothing, because usually you gotta ask to buy something, but I feel like it's my money. I ain't asking, no. So I bought the iPhone, and I told her that I bought the iPhone after the iPhone already shipped, and that was a pretty intense conversation. Just to get straight to the point, it was basically, you either send that iPhone back when it get here, or you get out my house. Now, I know you guys might be thinking, that's a little extreme, but no, that's the exact situation that happened. That's summer. Now let's fast forward into the school year. So into the school year, he's the bad influence. He decides to get an iPhone. After everybody already seeing how she reacted in the summer a couple months earlier, he still makes the executive decision that he's going to get an iPhone. So I'll let him share why he did that.
look, man, bruh, at the time, bro, she just got us all some phones on the Metro, right? Bruh, I wanted an iPhone, man. I had a job, I had a plug. So the plug at the T-Mobile, man, he was the plug, and he was able to get me phones for cheap. So why not get the iPhone? I got the iPhone first because, like, I'm testing them out. I'm testing out the waters. That's when I had just switched my Metro. No, I'm tripping. I had got the phone, but she didn't even know about the phone. I'm still hiding the phone and got my other Android. And then, like, I was just switching my SIM card from the Metro to the iPhone when you feel me? Because she tripping. Like, she don't want us to get the iPhone for no reason. Talking about, if I can't afford it, y'all can't either. Who can't? Apparently, my check just said I can afford it, and I want it, bro. So, like,
so that's how we got to there. So me being the guy I am, I'm like, man, I really want that too. And he had this one, the 6S Plus was the newest phone. I'm like, man, I want that too, man. So I'm like, skip it. So he took me to the T-Mobile plug, dude, got me the same phone. So now at this point, we're both sneaking 2 iPhones in our grandmother's house. This would be equivalent to, like, you know, just breaking all of God's first 10 commandments. Like, that's how seriously she took this iPhone thing. So we were doing this for about a solid 3 whole weeks. Solid 3 weeks, eluding, switching the services back and forth, calling T-Mobile, calling Metro, just doing the most just to have these iPhones. Come the day of the tour, let me tell you guys this, and it's completely my fault why all of this even happened. So we wake up late. We wake up late for the tour. We're supposed to be up at like 5:30 and ready by 6:30, but we woke up at like 6 o'clock and we was late. So we up scrambling around and everything. keep in mind, I had the bottom bunk, he had the top bunk. So scrambling around, getting ready and everything. We wake her up and she's like, dang, what's all that fuss and what y'all doing all that for? We're like, we're running late for the tour. So he's getting ready in the bathroom. I'm in the room already because I just already showered before he got up. And the phones are sitting on my bed, both the iPhone and the Android. Careless mistake. She's up and she's just like, where y'all going to go tour today? And like at some point, my phone flash went off. And it was because the people coming to pick us up texted me like saying, hey, we're almost to you guys. So when the phone flashed up, this is from the iPhone, you know, both of our eyes shot at the phone because that just took your attention. When I tell you, this was when I knew it was finna get real. Bro, she looked at the phone, I'm looking at the phone. I look back up, she looked back up at me. This is the scariest I've never been so scared. She asked me, what is that? I said, that's an iPhone. She said, and whose is it? I said, that's mine. She said, when did you get an iPhone? I said, I've been had one. It's about a month now. And she said, who told you you can have an iPhone? Me. Like, and so she like leaves out. And that's when I tell Jalen, I hurry up and knock on the door and tell Jalen what just happened. So she leaves out and then she comes back in. And then I guess this is the point where she was like, dude, you got an iPhone too? Yup. She said,
nah, that's not what happened, bro.
Wait, how did it happen?
When she seen me, when I walked into the room, I'm just getting in. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, she was like, where your iPhone at? I know you got one. And I'm like, she was like, where it's at? She said, give it to me. I'm like, I ain't giving it to you. I knew she had it. Yeah. And she was like, where it's at? She was like,
yeah, because at this point, she already had gave her mine. I was just like, dang, the battle was lost. Whoop-de-doo.
Nah, she didn't even get mine.
When she went to go get it, she was searching on his bed, but she didn't find it. So when he went up there and just grabbed it straight from what inside the pillow, like he just grabbed it out with ease, that infuriated her that she was just searching and she could not find it. He just goes up there, whoop, my iPhone. So at this point, it turns into World War Z. It was SmackDown versus Raw. SmackDown versus Raw, UFC undisputed at this point. So now it's anybody who's spending guy trying to keep their iPhone. So now they're tussling at the iPhone. It's a lot of, I don't know,
man. I had dreads, bro. Yeah, look, I had my dreads at the time, man. Yo, like, I'm talking, trying to slang me to get my iPhone, bro. I'm like, you not getting this phone. Like, you feel me? Like, that shit dead. Like, no, bro. You not getting this shit. I don't know what to say.
That's like seriously how it happened. And it was just really violent in there. Like the room was messed up and everything. Keep in mind, the people picking us up are outside the house the whole time at this point.
They are in the car.
Like we're like just late at this point and they just been waiting. And like, what's the reason you're gonna give them when it's time to go out there? So all in all, she doesn't get his iPhone. And at this point, like, I think she said something like, if you don't give up your iPhone, you can get out my house or something like that. So we leave, but we like, I don't trust her. She's the type of person who will throw your stuff out the house and kick you out without you knowing, and you just come back to the junk all in the yard. She's that type of person. So we just like, if anything, take your money and we gonna you just gotta ride with your money. So I grabbed my stack, you grabbed this stack. We both saving for a while, so we both had a good amount of money. So, and we go on a trip. That was the worst trip ever. My mind was not focused on the trip at all. The tour, I don't remember nothing. I don't care. Like, the only thing on my mind was what was gonna happen when we get back. So when we got back, it's like midnight to 1 a.m. So let's back up a little bit because this is where it gets funny. So after we leave out the house, keep in mind, me and Jalen shared a room, and our 2 oldest brothers shared a room. After we leave out the house, she goes inside their room, wake them up, and now she's yelling and cursing at them. They're completely confused as to what's going on because they were asleep while all this is going on. And so she basically says, y'all knew they had the iPhones, didn't y'all? And they just like, what? Like, you know, just waking up like, what is you talking about? Like, what is going on? He's like, y'all knew they had the iPhone. And then I guess they said, yeah. And she was like, why did y'all not tell me they had the iPhones? And it's like, why am I finna just snitch? Like, for what? And so basically, they got kicked out because they knew we had the iPhones and didn't tell her that we had them. So that was just collateral damage.
Oh, so, man, we all
at this point, they texted us while we on the way to Alabama, letting us know what just happened. So, like, they already have to move out effective immediately because they're right there. And so Joey was the only one who had a car, a little green Ford Taurus. So they're already packed up and ready to go. During this whole time, now they like, so what y'all gonna do? Basically, like, are y'all gonna stay in the house or like what y'all gonna do? Give up the iPhones? Like, it's like either give up the iPhone or get out. So that's what it's like. So coming back, we had to make up in our mind what we're gonna do. I made up in my mind, bro. I work hard for my money, so I'm keeping my iPhone. But y'all got me messed up.
Carrion told me, he advised me to keep it. Like with all of us, he was like, respect between all of us, like that's a major thing. Like your respect, like your own self-respect, like, you feel me? So he was telling me, he like, man, I understand why you did it. Like he said, I ain't giving her my phone I'm not doing it either. You feel me?
Oh no,
so
I was just being the good boy. I don't even know why I gave it up. But here's where it gets really interesting. So he already makes arrangements. He's going to stay with his friend. And then I don't know where I was going. I was just gonna go wherever Carrion and Joey went, the 2 oldest. So we get back to the crib, and this is where it gets really interesting. So we packing up, getting everything, suitcases and everything, and she gets up, she's like, what y'all doing? Leaving. What does it look like? And so she like, I don't even know. I really don't even care about the conversation that happened after that. So here's the problem. I'm packed up and ready to go, but I'm forgetting one thing. I don't have my iPhone. My iPhone is not in my possession. So I have to go back to the person I gave it to, which is her. And I don't know where she's hiding it, but everybody's on high alert. So I'm not just gonna barge in there taking stuff, because that's gonna start another World War Z. WWE. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So I go in there and I basically tell them like, yo, like basically I said, I'm leaving, so I need my iPhone back. And they basically, oh my God, this is the longest conversation ever. Back and forth, why do you need an iPhone that bad? Why are you trying to leave the house? You still in high school, you still in 11th grade, you don't have a job right now. Just everything, why are you trying to leave the house over iPhone? They're like, is it that serious? Yes, it's that serious. Can I have my iPhone? And we're having this back and forth the whole time. My granddad's temper trying to convince me like, y'all just being stupid, man. Like he's old school all the way. Like he don't see the importance of technology and stuff. Like he's just not of this time. So, oh, he's over an iPhone. I don't care. I want my iPhone. So after all that, I ended up getting my iPhone. Granddad disappointed. Grandma still heated. Don't care. I don't know. And so we leave. We have nowhere to freaking go. This is the bad part. We had nowhere to go. He leaves because his friend came and picked him up. Cool. So now us 3, me, Carrion, and Joey, gotta figure this out. So we call up our big cousin Trey. Thank God he let us stay the night. And so he was just like, I need the backstory on how y'all all just got kicked out at the same time. So we get there and he tell us out the gate, y'all gotta leave by like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Man, we get over there, we explain the story, and he just like, really, bro? Over some iPhones? And every person we explain the story to, they always say, really? Some iPhones? So next morning come, he kicks us out. And now real life hits. Like, we really ain't got nowhere to go, and we just got all this stuff in the car. Joey has to go to work. He's working at AT&T. So we came to the conclusion, park at the train station. Joey jump on the train because he worked in Sandy Springs. He never drove all the way out there. Jump on the train, you go to work. Now me and Caroline trying to figure this thing out, trying to find a spot. So we go to Georgia Tech, Barnes & Noble, and we just in there searching up hotels and everything. But I have homework I gotta do. I'm still in high school. He's already out of school. And so like he's just like, nah, you do your homework, I'm gonna look for this. So we found a spot and they said literally we have one room left. It was this extended stay hotel in Hayville. And that officially became our home for the next 6 months. And that's a whole nother video. Because that was by far the worst time of my life. That was so awful. But that's the story of how we got kicked out, man. It makes absolutely no sense to me to this day. And she still will not get an iPhone. Quick story. Labor Day weekend, my family makes the executive decision. They want to go to Lake Lanier. Everybody who lives in Georgia knows like Lake Lanier is not the move. So they decided to go to Lake Lanier. They're already like hours ahead of us. They're already there. So we pulling up. They telling us, you got to turn down a road called Old Bill Cook Road. You remember that? It was Jim Crow. No, Jim Crow Road. It was Jim Crow Road. I said, bro, what? And this is when we still like 30 minutes out. They said, yes, it's a road called Jim Crow Road. Bruh, I'm telling you, bro, as soon as you, it's like it was a fork in the road. So Jim Crow Road was the fork. As soon as you see the road, it's an old 1800s house sitting right here on the corner.
Just built for slavery. Just like, it just looked like it was
nobody's finna touch this.
Man.
Bro,
if you've been to Lake Lanier, you know what I'm talking about.
That jump, bro. I'm like, bro. And so I'm like, y'all, where are y'all at? I'm not finna just be driving down Jim Crow roads and I'm not finna be doing that, bro. So I'm like, can somebody send me their location? Nobody has an iPhone. Nobody has an iPhone. Everybody who has an iPhone, no, you drop the location, bam, you get directions straight in. Nobody has an iPhone. Mimo, why don't you have an iPhone? You don't know how to get here. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody can give me good directions. Talking about turn left and keep going straight. Turn left and keep going straight. You know where you will end up with them type of directions out there by Jim Crow Road. So finally, we find our aunt, first cousin, whatever cousin. And she's the only person with an iPhone. I said, thank you, like, thank you so much. I said, can you drop your location? Got there. All that to say, she kicked us out for some iPhones, bro, when in reality she need one. And that's still lame.
It's crazy because everybody else is switching. Like
everybody,
our stepmom, everybody, and they was just anti-iPhone. Everybody is anti-iPhone except us brothers. Like everybody was just tripping, like we tripping about wanting iPhones. Now everybody went and got some iPhones lately. Like,
bruh.
People just being lame,
She not gonna go get an iPhone because the second she do, I'm gonna be on her junk, bro. She'll never hear the end of it. But that's it, man. That's the story of how, man, we got kicked out when I was 17. If y'all want it, man, just comment below what that experience was like, man. That was the darkest time I've ever been in life. I was 17 years old, just out in the world trying to figure it out. So if y'all want that video, just drop it down in the comments. We want to know your experience living in a hotel for 6 months. 4 people. Plus 2.
Still in school.
Still in school, working 2 jobs.
Bro.
So just let me know in the comments if y'all want it. Hey, man, if y'all don't know by now, please like, comment, and subscribe, man. And I'll be dropping more content. Please expect more videos like this because this is how y'all gonna get to know who I am and what shape how I became the person I am. So thank y'all for tuning in. It was a pleasure having y'all, Big Bro, on the channel with me. So, all right, we're gonna see y'all later.